What's going on, everybody? Thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of All Things Sports. I'm your host, Kalani Lua, and well, last night we saw LeBron James surpass Michael Jordan for fourth all-time on the NBA's career scoring list. And yes, it did come at the hands of the Lakers getting beat down by the Denver Nuggets. It did come at the hands of the Lakers being another game further from missing the NBA playoffs this season. Yes, I get it. My beloved Lakers, doesn't look like this is going to be our year for the 6th year in a row. It sucks. But we cannot let that overshadow the great historic accomplishment that LeBron James was able to achieve last night. The fact that LeBron James, throughout his entire career, has never been considered a scorer, an elite scorer. When he first came into the league, his jumper was suspect. He's gotten much better at three-pointers. Now to be fourth all-time is truly something amazing. And I know, Skip Bayless, LeBron haters, Michael Jordan lovers, everyone's going to say, well, LeBron's played 182 more games. He's taken 4,000 more shots. He's taken 1,000 more three-pointers. Whatever you want to go ahead and pull up. Okay, sure. But are we really going to move the field goal post back for every comparison now to someone great, especially to the great Michael Jordan, who apparently is that trophy in the middle of the living room on white rug that nobody could touch or go into the same room as? Really? Okay, so if we're doing the comparisons, if a player is compared to Michael Jordan, he has to play the same number of seasons that Jordan did, take the same number of shots that Jordan did. Is that how we compare it now? To see who was better in that case? Come on, that's never the case for anybody else in any world of sports. Nobody says that for Joe Montana versus Tom Brady. Nobody says that for Babe Ruth, Barry Bonds, or whoever you consider to be the best player of all time, Derek Jeter, A-Rod King Griffey Jr. Again, whoever you decide, nobody does that. Well, they played longer. They did. Hey, it's not one player's fault if they played longer than the others. It's not LeBron's fault that Michael Jordan didn't come out of high school. Yes, Jordan could have came out of high school instead of going to North Carolina. The rule for players to go from high school to the NBA was set in 1971. Jordan came in 84. Last I checked, he had plenty of time to go ahead and say, yeah, I'm not going to go to Chapel Hill. I'm going to go to the pros. So he could have did what LeBron James, Kevin Garnett, Dwight Howard, Kobe Bryant, Tracy McGrady, etc., did, but he didn't. Well, I know he went to go play for the great Dean Smith and the Tar Heel Blue, yada, yada, yada. That's fine. But guess what? If the rule was there for both of us and we took two different paths, you can't fault me that, oh, well, you got a 2-year start on me. Well, you didn't need to stay there that long. You didn't have to stay there for 2-3 years. You could have came out your freshman year. Could have, but you didn't. And then we want to say, well, he's played in this many games and taken this many more three-pointers. Three-point line was around when Michael Jordan played. Well, they didn't value it as much. Whose fault is that? It's not my fault. There were players and there were teams that showed you the value of the three-point shot. Larry Bird, Chris Mullin, Run TMC with the Golden State Warriors, Mitch Richmond, Reggie Miller, along with others. And then you had the specialist three-pointers, guys like Craig Hodges, Bill Paxton, Steve Kerr, etc., throughout the NBA, although those players were all on the Bulls team, who shot three-pointers. So they did show you the value of it. And, hey, 3 is more than 2. If I take a three-point shot, oh, okay. So whose fault is it here? I mean, it's truly mind-boggling to see how people, especially in today's society, and I don't know how we got here. I don't know how did we get to this point where when we see something great, instead of appreciating it, instead of valuing it for what we just witnessed, we got to tear it apart, pick holes at it, nitpick on what's this and what's that, and, well, that's not this. Well, it's more free throw attempts. No, it's more three-pointers. No, he played longer. No, he played in more games. End of the day, man, I did something historic. End of the day, I did something great. And I don't remember these same arguments when Kobe Bryant did it, when Karl Malone did it. Kareem played longer. He didn't shoot any threes, and he leads the NBA in scoring. No one makes that argument. So, look, we all know that Michael Jordan is a great player. To say one is better or one is just as good, I get it. You want to offend your hero, your idol, the person you grew up on that changed the game. I got it. I got it. Jordan came around at the perfect time. Magic Johnson and Larry Bird set the foundation and revitalizing the NBA, taking it to a whole new level, making it exciting and something to watch in the 80s where, cable television was starting to come around and more channels and live NBA games were going on before the NBA Finals were on tape delay. And they took it to one place. And then Michael Jordan comes along right along with them, but then after them takes it to a whole new level. The 90s where it was cable television and radio stations and newspapers, and it was just all over the place, and he was marketed very well to go out and be the face of the league and be the perfect athlete. And I get it. We all grew up idolizing this guy, the shoes, McDonald's, Hanes, Gatorade, all of it. We got it. LeBron even wears 23. Stuck his tongue out last night. Every player grew up idolizing this man. But that does not mean that none of them, especially one like LeBron James, can't someday be better than them. It can't be. Now, I don't know if when the 2000s came around with more cable television shows and these debate shows came around, that forced people to start picking sides. You had the pundits like Skip Bayless, Colin Cowherd, and Jason Whitlock, where they would mostly be the negative people. Hey, whatever side the crowd was on, we're going to go against. Oh, you guys say he's the chosen one? He's the next great thing? We're going to tell you he's not. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. Is that what maybe boggles your guys' mind? I don't know. But what LeBron James was able to do last night was nothing short of spectacular. Right now in his career, he leads Michael Jordan in points, rebounds, and assists. He's close to MVP titles. Yes, he does. He's halfway there for NBA titles. But you know what? That's a testament to the team. And it's funny how when it comes to comparing, you say, well, the numbers that favor LeBron, well, we're going to nitpick those. But then you use 6 titles for Jordan to say he's the best. Well, if that's the case, Bill Russell trumps him easily. Easily. Got more than both of his hands and one extra just to say, yeah, I'm good. So why don't we use that? Oh, it was a different NBA back then. Well, which comparison are we doing? The NBA was different way back when. It only counted during the 80s and 90s when Jordan played, or the NBA is much different now. It's very alarming at how convenient we choose to make your arguments. And again, I get it. That's your hero. But LeBron James, man, is something special. And unfortunately, he hasn't been appreciated enough for all of his accomplishments throughout his career. Yes, he has his faults. Hell, everyone does. Don't sit here and act like you're all perfect, because if you were, we'd be talking about your list of accomplishments right now. LeBron was able to do something that now only 3 other people did more of. And ironically, the 4 NBA scoring leaders all played for the Los Angeles Lakers. Yes, I know Karl Malone was only 1 season, still played for us. So that's pretty cool. You got 4 Lakers. Then you got Wilt and Shaq in there as well. Hey, it pays to play in LA. See what I did there? See what I did there? Congratulations to LeBron James. He's going to keep climbing. And now at this pace, most likely he's going to pass Kobe Bryant next season. The season after that, Karl Malone is in sight. He does it maybe for another 3-4 years at a high level without missing so many games like he did this year, the 18 with the groin injury. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is right there. And then he'll be at the top. And in that time, who knows if he goes to the finals again, if he wins another title or 2. And if he happens to win a title in LA, just one. 3 titles with 3 different, won a championship with 3 different franchises. Something no star player has ever done. In fact, if you think about it, no, Robert Horry won with the Spurs, the Lakers, and the Rockets. But still, he wasn't the star player. That'll be something we've never seen. But yeah, you guys will find ways to pick holes at it. You guys are amazing. Thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of All Things Sports. I'm your host, Kalani Lua. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe to the page. Leave any comments, complaints, questions, whatever you want to say. Go ahead and put it at the bottom in the comment section, and I'll respond back as quickly as I can. Till next episode, you guys take care. Peace.